Diddle-lum, diddle-lum.
So this is Captain X.
And Rogue One, and we're reviewing The Great Wall, about the Great Wall of China and what it was really for. Keeping out epically huge monsters and having brilliant fights with them in glorious Technicolor. It's an epic. It's the first film made by both China and the US together to create a glorious fusion of filmic fun by the chap behind the House of Flying Daggers. It's
Crouching Tiger.
Is it right?
I think Crouching Tiger, there's some people involved as well.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
I think. I'm
all
not
right,
sure.
All right,
Don't quote me on it.
All right, them as well.
Everyone, every great people. All the great people.
All the great people. It's like the UN of film. No, it's not really.
It is really interesting that this movie has been made in the year when politically the world is an interesting place to be.
But anyway, so it's great. So the basic plot is Matt Damon and his buddy.
The guy who gets his head crushed by the mountain.
Yep, Pedro Pascal end up going
to China.
To China because they're looking for some stuff.
They're looking for some gunpowder.
Gunpowder, thanking you. And
they accidentally kill one of the monsters because Matt Damon has a rock that's a magnet. I can't quite remember. I think he just literally finds it. I'm not entirely sure.
So, and he ends up killing a creature, and then they're really fascinated by this because they've never known anyone be able to do it so easily. So he gets taken to the Great Wall and introduced to the massive army. He gets caught
by someone.
One of the two.
Or something. And then they show them the paw of the dead monsters, and then they get taken to the wall.
And then they're introduced to the army of many colours, and they have a nice time. And yeah, that's basically it. And they get embroiled in this massive thing, and a general ends up dying, and Lian Yun is in it. There's this awesome female general lady, and she needs more work because she's great, and I'm sure she's getting more work in foreign films that I haven't seen, but she should really get some work in like films that get massive releases all over the world because she's really good.
And Willem Dafoe is in it.
As
another Westerner that came over to try and get gunpowder, and basically because they don't want their secrets taken back to the West, they keep them prisoner. Like that's what they do. Which is very nice because they could just kill them.
They could. But yeah, it's great. It was really good fun.
I think great is an overestimate. I think it was fine.
Fine. I thought okay.
I think it's a real shame that they had I feel like didn't need the Western characters. Like I feel like Willem Dafoe you could have had because he's Willem Dafoe and every movie is better for Willem Dafoe.
An added dose of Willem Dafoe.
I don't know. Like I feel like his character fitted in the world better. Matt Damon, I'm not entirely sure what accent that was. It was many accents. It was a bit like the many-faced god. It was the many accented characters. Like I didn't. Sometimes he was English, of varying dialects of English, then a bit of French, and then a bit of Irish, and then a bit of Scottish. It was a bit all over the place. I feel like they should have just had it that the Chinese characters were the main characters because they were awesome and they lost so much time in the movie because they were trying to force all of these Western actors in. And I would much rather have had all that time building up Matt Damon of you start on the wall, you have whichever of the Chinese characters is the main character, and you have it about them.
Would have been good,
just have it about them.
She was really
because
good anyway.
There is a general guy who dies, and they have this big drawn-out funeral scene. And I know by the music and the cinematography that I'm supposed to feel sad. I don't know his name. He's been on screen for 2 minutes, and I don't care.
Well, actually, I mean, I remember I cared a bit actually because I quite liked it.
I didn't because all of this time had been dedicated to Matt Damon with the crazy beard and this magnetic rock and stuff. It was just all a bit too complicated. I could have it just been the monsters are at the mountain, the monsters are evil, the wall is awesome, like all of the battle scenes, having the army colour coded. I love that. Like the blue people are like the people that go on the bungee cords to stab people. I love that. Cool. The red people are the archers, the purple people. They have all these awesome colour coding, which I thought was great. There's a little soldier guy who's a coward.
He's amazing.
First, and he is the only one arc that has like a proper arc that's not totally cliche, and he has a lot of heart. He has a lot of heart. I like that guy.
He does.
He could have been the main character.
Maybe.
And the end is so much CGI, and the wall, they end up that the monsters have burrowed under the wall.
Yes.
Which I thought was a real stupid move, and then they end up in the capital, and they're in these enormous balloon ships going to the capital.
That's right.
It's a long way away.
It is.
And they touch on these awesome politics going on underneath of like the emperor's advisors are kind of like, I can't remember, like they're undermining what they're doing at the wall. Like, why can't you keep this? Because they're friggin' 6 foot monsters, you idiots. and then the magnets make the monsters go to sleep so you can kill them, and then there's a queen alien, not queen alien, there's a queen monster who you have to kill, and then they all die, and she has like weird fins like the spitty dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
But rather nicely, like Matt Damon isn't the one who gets her.
No, I did like that. And I did like that they do kind of build up a weird romance with the girl. Like, there's an awesome girl. Like, I love her. I think she's great. They build up this awesome, like, rapport between the two of them. You're like, oh, and then he's going to kiss them, and then he's going to become, I don't know, their president or whatever it is. Stupid things happen in these movies. And they don't do that.
At all?
She's just like, I respect you as a warrior. And he's like, I respect you as a warrior. And I was like, go movie!
See?
Pacific Rim is not the only movie in recent memory that had that happen. So
Great Wall's good.
I thought it was fine. I thought that fundamentally it would have been better. I would much prefer to have seen it as a dubbed Chinese movie.
Fine.
So I understand what
Subtitled
politically...
Or even subtitled.
Or subtitled. I know you're fussy about that sort of thing. I'm not. I feel like politically it's a nice thing that it happened that these two countries that don't necessarily always get on made this movie, but I feel like overall it was a hindrance.
Fine.
Because it would be a bit like if you had Shia LaBeouf in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That's how it works.
That would never work.
Exactly. That's my
Or House of Flying Daggers, maybe.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
so I really liked it. I'm going to give it a 3.5 because I really liked it.
I think I'm going to give it a 3 on the strength of the visuals and the ballsy storytelling.
There we go.
But fundamentally very flawed.
Aww.
Okay, so it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me. Goodbye.